Welcome back, Toto, the production site, where we explore together the journey of transforming simple things into useful products for everyday life. You know those lightweight, convenient, and stackable plastic chairs? They're everywhere, from backyards, barbecues, weddings, classrooms, to roadside cafes. They're so common that we rarely notice or think about where they came from. In large industrial factories, thousands of chairs are produced every day thanks to modern automated machinery. But today, at the production site together, we will embark on a completely different journey. The journey of crafting handmade plastic chairs from recycled waste materials. From old sacks, discarded plastic bottles, and plastic waste collected from landfills. Together we will transform these seemingly worthless items into a durable, useful, and colorful chair. Let's get started now. It doesn't all start with the perfect virgin plastic pellets in factory packaging, but with the piles of discarded waste. Our journey begins with collecting common plastic waste, old, broken sacks, plastic bottles, bottle caps, and scrap plastic found along the roadside or at garbage collection points. To make a quality plastic chair by hand, the initial sorting step is extremely important. PP, polypropylene, plastic is commonly found in bottle caps, sacks, old buckets, etc. It is a thermoplastic with high flexibility, good moisture resistance, and excellent strength. After collection, the plastic will undergo preliminary cleaning to remove soil, sand, labels, and metallic impurities. These discarded materials may look dirty and useless, but they are the seeds of life for the plastic chairs that are about to be created. Now we move on to the first stage of shape transformation, a stage that requires the patience and skill of the craftsman. Without giant automatic heating ovens, we use heat gun under the blazing blue flame from the blowtorch. The temperature quickly rose above 200 degrees Celsius, approximately 390 degrees Fahrenheit. Each piece of burlap sack, each plastic bottle, began to soften, shrink, and gradually melt. The worker had to constantly stir and adjust the flame to ensure the plastic flowed evenly without burning or charring. The plastic thickened and bonded together, forming a hot, pliable, homogeneous mass. Once the plastic has reached the perfect consistency, it is collected and carefully cooled to form the desired shapes. That raw plastic lump, this raw plastic block, though not aesthetically pleasing, marks a significant transformation from scattered waste to a ready-to-use recyclable material for further processing. From the raw plastic blocks we just collected, we put them into a machine, manual/semi-automatic grinding machine. The sharp blades of the shredder cut the hard plastic block into thousands of tiny plastic pellets. These recycled plastic pellets look similar to the plastic beads used in industry, ready for dyeing and blending. This is where the plastic chair is given its own soul and personality. Depending on the desired design, the craftsman will add coloring agent and necessary additives. Color: you can choose classic white, vibrant red, refreshing green, or bold blue. Reinforcing additives: recycled plastics may have some reduced strength after melting. Therefore, adding additives to increase flexibility, UV protection, to prevent the chair from becoming brittle when exposed to sunlight, and heat stabilizers is crucial. The process of mixing colors and additives is done manually, stirring thoroughly until the plastic particles and pigments are completely blended together. And now, the most magical moment of the handcrafted plastic chair-making process has arrived: the molding and shaping process. The colored resin mixture is fed into the heating cylinder of the manual injection molding system. Under the influence of high temperature and mechanical pressure, or hand screw, the molten colored resin mixture is pumped/molded directly into the mold, handmade metal molds. This metal mold is the heart of the product. The mold grooves meticulously shape every detail. From the four-chair legs, the smooth curves of the backrest, the smooth surface of the seat, to the smallest decorative patterns. The pressure must be maintained consistently so that the plastic fills every nook and cranny of the mold, leaving no gaps or air bubbles. Once the molten plastic has filled the mold, the cooling process begins. In contrast to the rapid industrial process that takes only a few dozen seconds, manual cooling requires more patience. The chair needs time to gradually lower its temperature and completely solidify inside the mold. This cooling phase is absolutely essential. If you remove the chair from the mold too early while the plastic is still warm and soft, it is very susceptible to warping, deformation, or cracking under external force. Imagine it like baking a cake. Taking it out of the oven and moving it too quickly while it's still hot will ruin its entire structure. Once the plastic has completely hardened, the craftsman proceeds to manually unlock the mold's locking mechanisms. And just like that, a brand new, brightly colored recycled plastic chair is born. Even though it has just come out of the mold, the chair's journey doesn't end there. 1. Trim away excess plastic/burrs. After the mold is removed, small strips of excess plastic, called burrs, will appear on the surface of the chair, especially at the edges of the mold. The craftsman uses a specialized knife, grinding tool, or a gentle flame to remove these imperfections, making the edges smooth and safe for users. 2. Quality control. Each handcrafted chair is a unique product. The craftsman personally checks the chair's sturdiness, placing it on a flat surface to ensure it doesn't wobble, applying pressure, and sitting on it to test its weight-bearing capacity. 3. Applying the brand seal. To acknowledge the origin and affirm the quality of the craftsmanship, a small seal of to the production site. Alternatively, the recycling logo will be engraved or heat stamped directly onto the underside of the seat base. Let's take a look at the finished product standing before us. It's hard to believe that this sturdy, attractive, and practical chair was just hours ago made of old sacks and discarded plastic bottles lying around in a garbage dump. Making handcrafted plastic chairs from recycled waste is more than just a craft. It's a practical solution that contributes to reducing plastic waste in landfills, saving energy and fossil fuels, and inspiring the community to embrace a green lifestyle and creative recycling. Next time you sit down on a simple plastic chair in your yard or a small diner, take a moment to reflect on the journey it has taken. Whether mass-produced or handcrafted from discarded waste, behind each chair lies a remarkable combination of human ingenuity, skill, and labor. Thank you for being with us.to the production city on today's meaningful journey of recycling waste. If you find this video helpful and inspiring, don't forget to hit the button, like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next unique handcrafted production process videos. Do you have any ideas or suggestions for recycled products in our upcoming video? Please share them with us in the comments below. We greatly appreciate and will give special thanks to your wonderful feedback. Hello, and see you again in the next videos to the production site.
Please watch the video to understand the manual process.